What's up, everybody? Jensen Cummings here. Thank you for tuning in. As some of you know, we're out in the great state of Iowa where my career started, and we were kicking off the week, the All Iowa Guest Lineup Week with Aubrey Alvarez.
We were helping harvest potatoes at a school garden, and they were digging it up, and then there's all these potatoes. And I had to keep my friends away. I was like, let the kids get in there and harvest them. But they're all like, that's amazing. Do you see all those potatoes down there? And it's that ability to make it accessible for people to not only enjoy the food, but then we know that that's where community is built, is over meals. That's where people have a chance to talk.
Good friend, Jenny Smith.
I think it's traditional sales, and I'm in sales in my life. And honestly, sales is about asking the right questions to get the right answers so that you can see if you make that connection, right? Farmers and chefs need to be getting together long before the season hits.
Yes.
What's your wildest dream of an eggplant that you'd ever want to have on your menu? Okay. And then they say something, and then the farmer's like, okay, here's what that looks like. And I also think that you need to get buy-in from your staff. Make sure that your Sue knows. Make sure that the rest of your team can be there to feed you with ideas of what's going to be out there that's going to differentiate your menu off of somebody else's, right? And I think that that's key. So have the conversations well in advance, and also pumps up your summer mojo, right? It's in February when you're really excited to think about what are we going to do different and how are we going to do it. And maybe that comes to even special events where the farmer can help support you to be able to give you a revenue stream for a special event that you might not already do to begin with.
Tiffany Cannon.
With the flood, I saw businesses that were 100% wiped out. Yeah. And so, I own a business downtown, and we're like one big family. So instead of wanting to annihilate each other, it's really how can we work all together to make downtown better? That's really the philosophy here. So when I saw that business wiped out, my first urge was to grab as many employees as I could and take them under my wing and give them a job, so that they could survive.
Joe Tripp.
Yeah, so we make really close connections with all of our purveyors, farmers, but even our plates in our restaurant are handmade by Iowa artisans. Our soaps, our candles are hand poured, and I think that's really important. That's the main driving point with what we do at Harbingers. It's all about Iowa. It's all about what we do, who we are, and how can we support our community. And so my guys know the guys that throw the plates. They know the guys that are pouring the candles. We go out and see the farms that we're working with. And just yesterday, we went out about an hour south of Des Moines and went chanterelle mushroom hunting with one of our farmer friends. So, it's always good for the crew to get out of the kitchen a little bit, and see beyond the four walls and see the whole entire process. So often as a chef, you're locked in a kitchen.
Todd Buffington. The importance of that, the hustle and humility to go out there and $5 at a time. Touch on that. Why is that so important to you?
Well, because primarily I found out that I know what type of chef I am. I know where my skill sets are. I know where I'm going to cap out. I'm not going to have a James Beard nomination like Joe. It's never going to happen. But you find your niche, you find what you're good at, and then you realize that not a single person is they're not gonna help you, at least not in my experience, So the idea is that if you want something, you got to go out and get it your damn self.
Ben Hayes.
It does. It feels like that, even though we haven't necessarily stayed in contact and stuff, maybe it's every couple months or year, people that are cut from the same cloth know it. And I think that that's a lot of chefs and also us too, Jensen. So it's been really nice to be able to connect. And even through right now, through this COVID thing, it's be able chefs to stay interconnected and figure out ways that we can get better, share best practices. That didn't happen years ago when we didn't have social media. So in some ways, technology has really benefited us.
Really appreciate being in Iowa this week. Is awesome. Super, super awesome. And I'm humbled to kind of, again, come back to my roots a little bit. You might see a couple other little things coming out over the weeks of just showing off what's happening here. I think it's important. I want to have more conversations. And I'm very interested to find out from you what it was like watching a week of episodes from kind of focused on a more singular location. It's not something we've done before. So I'm interested on a little feedback. Reach out to us. Let us know. We might be doing some more of that, kind of focusing the conversation around a specific group, a specific area, whatever that might be. All right, everyone. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers.